Stop thinking you need years to switch careers. You do not need it. You do not need all this time, all this effort to actually change your situation. You've just been told that you do. And that belief is what keeps you exactly where you are. Most people think if I want something better, I have to go back to school. I have to do it for a year, 2 years, 3 years. I have to do something big. I have to wait until I have enough money. I have to build a better foundation on this shaky ground in this dead end job that I'm working. So, what do they actually do? They do nothing. They stay where they are. They do the same job. They have the same pay. They have the same problem because the alternative feels too big, too slow, too expensive, too disruptive. When really they just need to get started. They just need to get moving. The biggest barrier to changing careers isn't your situation, it's what you believe about it. Most people say this to us: I'd switch careers. I just don't have time to go to school for a year. I don't have time to reset and go to community college. I don't have time or money or whatever barrier exists. I just don't have it to get started. And I get it. It all seems and sounds like a massive life reset, especially if you've been working for a few years. You've also got bills, you've got responsibilities, maybe you have a family, you definitely have a routine that you're used to. And you can't just hit pause on that. You can't just hit the reset button and wait for 2 to 4 years and hope it all works out. So instead, people just usually stay where they are. They deal with it. They maybe work harder. They maybe apply to another job. But people don't stay stuck because they lack ambition. Everybody who has a problem, everybody who is stuck, they understand where they are. They just believe that the path it takes to get out of it is unrealistic. But here's the part that most people don't get is that employers aren't looking for perfect. They're looking for something much, much simpler. And it's way more realistic. They want someone who shows up, someone who listens, someone who can learn, and someone who doesn't quit. That's it. They're not expecting 5 years of experience. They're definitely not expecting mastery or perfection, especially for the entry level roles. You don't need to be fully built out. You just need to be ready to start. But your first day in the job in the trades is not what you think. You're not walking to a job and running everything. You're not expected to know everything. Your first day on the job, this is what you're told. Hey, this is our most experienced guy. Go with him, watch what he does, listen. That's it. You observe, you help, you learn, rinse and repeat. We've had students come in thinking, I'm not ready for this. Then, within a few weeks, they have their certifications, they go to some interviews, and then they get their first job. After a few weeks, they're helping on jobs, they're starting to understand the systems, they're building confidence, they understand how things are done in the field. Not because they studied for years, but because they got into the environment. You don't become ready before you start, you become ready by starting. It's actually really simple, and most people overcomplicate it and never get started. It looks like this. First, you learn the fundamentals. Second, you get the certifications. Third, you get into a job, a real job. And four, you keep learning while you work. That's it. No massive delay, no years of waiting, no long drawn out school. You just start. You get the things you need and you start working. Simple paths work when you actually follow them. The people who actually change their lives do not wait until everything is perfect. They start, they build momentum. Then things start to make more sense. Your confidence builds and opportunities open. But what if you wait? Nothing changes. Momentum, not perfection, is what makes change. That's exactly how we approach this at Texas Trade Academy, because we know most people don't need more information. They just need a clear path. We help people learn the fundamentals, get certified, get into a real job environment, and start building experience. You're not waiting for years. You just start and you start to progress. The right system turns a big life change into a series of small, incremental, doable steps. If you've been thinking about making a move, you felt like it would take years, check the link. We'll walk you through exactly how to get started.